Yeah! It's your favorite Straw Hat Nico. I'm really enjoying Hunter x Hunter. It's an amazing anime. It's something to really experience. I love the concept of men. I love the characters. I'm enjoying these fights. Everything's hitting the spot. It makes me want to hurry up and catch up to the manga. But there's a problem. Me and hiatuses are not friends at all. But I understand Togashi and hiatuses, those are the best of friends. Now before you get mad, imagine this for a second. I finish the anime, I get caught up in a week or less, and now I gotta wait for greatness. It's not PlayStation, bro. I'm not trying to wait greatness every month, every year. That's why I understand people can say, Hunter x Hunter, greatest show ever, they really like you. That's not the problem. My issue is, can you imagine you get caught up on something and at the best chapter of your life, you never know when the next one's coming. So now you're gonna be blue-balled for a whole 6 months. And then before you know it, you're gonna forget about it, find better series. And every time you pick it back up, you'll think the same thing. What's the whole point? I need to wait for 10 chapters to stack up, then read it. I'm not reading any chapter until it gets to 10 chapters back to back I can read. I understand why some fans do stuff like that. I would do the same thing. It's kind of how I feel about Attack on Titan. I love the series, but it's an afterthought. I'll read it and then forget about it every single month. I see the same thing happening with Hunter x Hunter. Now the reason I mentioned on Twitter, it kind of affects pacing. That's how readers are. If we read a lot of fire stuff every week, and this one series is supposed to be the greatest thing ever, it comes and goes. When our interests also come and go, that's the way I see it. And I saw a video yesterday that actually inspired me to make a video talking about my feelings on Hunter x Hunter. The video was talking about World Trigger and a 2-year hiatus. Now World Trigger's case, it's different. Mangaka has an injury that apparently is supposed to get when he turns 60, where essentially his neck is really hurting, like collarbone area, and to the point he shouldn't draw right now. He was getting 3 hours of sleep while he was doing World Trigger, and now he's resting up and trying to make up for it. As we all know, adults need 7 to 9 hours to function and be healthy. Yes, you can stretch it with 6, but it's best to get 7 to 9. And if you're mangaka, you already know that's a messed up sleep schedule in itself. Probably poor eating habits, probably a lot of stress. So I think being a mangaka is like dealing with stress times 1,000. So imagine taking your midterm and final in the same week. And I do that 5 times a week. It sounds like hell. Now times 7, that's how it feels for mangaka, in my personal opinion. And after I watched that video, he brought up a lot of good points. He was saying, hey, what happened to the creator of World Trigger happened to a lot of other mangaka, where you know, they love their series, they're having fun with it, it's popular, but then out of nowhere, something happens and they gotta slow down, they have to hiatus. So after thinking about that, I was sitting here like, I can't keep coming at Togashi for hiatus. I don't know why he does hiatus. It could be the stress of being in Weekly Shonen Jump. It could be he thought about going to Giga Jump or a different magazine, but he's like, nah, I'm already in too deep. I can't just switch like that. It'll ruin a lot of things. Maybe he said, okay, even if I do monthly, I wouldn't like that. It'd still be pressure. People would expect weekly chapters. People are used to my hiatuses. All these thoughts came to mind. And one thing I liked about the other video, it was saying the problem in mangaka, the stress is super high and there's a lot of deadlines. So if there's situations and change, being part of Weekly Shonen Jump, any one of our favorite creators can go through what happened to World Trigger, where it's amazing, we love it, and then it goes away for a while, and we don't know when it's going to come back. And that's what got me sad. So now, I kind of understand where Hunter x Hunter fans come from. They're not mad that there's always breaks. Maybe they're just concerned about Togashi's health. Maybe they're thinking it'll be all worth it in the end, waiting for the fire, and fire's going to come. So, I can't hate Hunter x Hunter as a whole. All I want to know from Togashi is, what is he going to do to fix the situation? Will he give y'all consistent chapters? If he gives y'all consistent chapters, I'll stop saying hiatus. But till then, I'll keep saying it because it's still relevant. I don't care what anybody says. How can something be greatness when you gotta wait for it all the time? It's like someone telling you, hey bro, listen, I'll make you the best pizza of your life. Give me 5 years though. What are you gonna say? Well, I'm waiting 5 years for one thing. Well, I can get it now. But yeah, I really do enjoy this series. I hope the best for Togashi. And after watching the anime, I could tell this is a passionate project. This man was really out here putting in work. I never watched a series, I'm just like, yo, this is all adding up. I think I was reading it, it'd be too much to read, I wouldn't enjoy it the same way, but I really am enjoying the anime. And I remember, when I was in middle school and high school, I knew Hunter x Hunter existed because Hunter x Hunter came out when I was 1. I'm about to be 21, so I always knew about the series, but part of me always said, there's no point getting caught up because you can get caught up and then forget about it and never return to it. And then even if you do catch up, you do the same thing. You read one chapter and let it build up for a while, forget about it, and then return to it, just be like, okay, I'm caught up, and then reset. I don't want to do it with Hunter x Hunter. I want to enjoy the greatness. So I have like a couple options I could do. One option I'm thinking about, get caught up and then stop, so I have at least 10 or 20 chapters to read. And then when Togashi goes on his break, read it all right then and there. So it'll be a binge session. That'd be litty. But other than that, my other option can be read 5 chapters at a time and stop each and every time, so that way it's always more than one chapter to enjoy. I don't know why binging things is so better. Yeah, some stuff you gotta do weekly, but here's the way I see it. I'd rather binge at least most of my series and then have 2 I follow weekly. Cause you know how it feels, bro? You have this fire chapter and then you left on a cliffhanger and then you see to be continued the following week. No, I can't stand that. I know it's a meme, know what happens, but bro, if I hear any news about World Trigger, Nagaka's health condition, lit, best day ever. That's a series I've been craving it ever since the last chapter. So in a way I can relate to Hunter x Hunter fans waiting for that fire chapter. But here's the difference, bro. If World Trigger gets canceled or goes on indefinite hiatus, I'm sick, bro. I can't have that in my life. I need my baby back. I need to see this greatness. I gotta know what happens next. And I'm praying every day for just any bit of news. You don't understand. So because of this whole perspective on this, that video I saw the other day, and the simple fact of I'm willing to try out different series, give a series I ignored for a long time a chance, I said, you know what? Hunter x Hunter can't be that bad, bro. I can get used to hiatus, I can finesse it, and here I am today. So here's what I'm saying. Final verdict, Hunter x Hunter, it's amazing. I love it. I may stand it, but first things first, it all depends on the new chapter coming out, how that goes down. It all depends on how fast I get caught up, how I feel afterwards. So let's see what we get. If you've been caught up with Hunter x Hunter since the beginning, or you've been following the series for a while, how do you feel about it? How do you do with hiatuses? How do you feel about Togashi as a creator? Do you think he's doing this because he's like the pressure, or maybe you feel like he's too hard on himself? I'm curious to hear your thoughts about Togashi and his series. If you hate Hunter x Hunter, why do you hate it? Do you believe it's overhyped? Or am I just wilding out for the sake of it? That's all I want to say today. So do your boy a favor. King Kong on like button. Subscribe, join my Straw Hat Fleet, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, join my Discord, come back financially at a Patreon, share favorite videos from me and favorite social medias. I'm your boy Nico, wilding out, one time for the one time. Thank you so much for watching. I can say so much more, but my crew needs it.